Welcome back! This video will cover the remaining quests in Crimson Isle, starting from the area around Scarhide Camp and going all the way to the end of the zone. The earlier quests for this zone are covered in my last video. As always, feel free to check out the links in the description below and jump right to the quest you need. The Chua explosives needed for Dregs and Thieves are scattered all around Scarhide Camp, so check for interactable objects as you go. 6 bundles cleared the objective for me, and the quest can be turned in through your datacron. As soon as it's done, you can also accept the next quest in the zone story, Tactical Demolitions. While collecting explosives, keep an eye out for roasting Chua. There are at least 4 in this area of the canyon, and you can interact with any one of them to accept the quest, Fire and Brimstone. Burn around 3 Dreg tents by interacting with them and take down Dreg forces to avenge the ill-seasoned rodents. This quest does appear to be based on the difficulty of the Dreg you defeat, so you may need more or fewer kills depending on your targets. Note that the challenge Dreg Destroyer will trigger the first time you defeat any Dreg in this zone, so be prepared if you intend to complete it. If you'd like to tackle 2 goals at once, taking out the Dreg Abomination will contribute a large amount of credit to this quest, but I'll cover that mob shortly. Once all of the objectives are complete, answer your datacron and collect the reward from Mondo Zax. There is another task quest in this area which also requires you to defeat Scarhide Dreg and collect a drop item, similar to the Venom Bite Fangs from Venomous Intent. This quest, Search and Seizure, can be accepted from Corporal Duroc at one of 3 locations, but he isn't always available. The Corporal is actually part of an Invasion Point expansion which players of the Settler Path can build in Bloodstone Canyon. If he isn't at any of the 3 points, you will either need to build this resource yourself or get help from a settler in the area. Defeat Scarhide Dreg and be sure to pick up any loot. My run required around 6 dropped explosives, but again, the number may vary in your run. This quest is entirely optional and gives average XP for the zone, so it's not a necessity for leveling or experiencing the storyline. Don't worry about whether the Corporal will still be there by the time you finish the quest objective, as you can turn it in with your datacron even if he disappears from the map. The next quest, Dreg Mutations, can also be acquired in either of 2 locations. You will need to defeat the aforementioned Dreg Abomination in either Scarhide Camp or the Dreg Abomination area of the canyon. While I initially fought him in the camp, it's worth noting that you'll have to go to the second spawn point anyway to turn the quest in. This mini-boss has a lot of health, hits hard, and uses multiple AoEs such as a smash attack that expands after it hits and a circular ground spike that will temporarily track its target before erupting. Take him down anyway and check your inventory for an Abomination Skull to accept the quest, Dreg Mutations. You'll also get the necessary roughness achievement the first time you defeat it, and Dreg in the area will no longer attack you on sight. Head toward the Dreg Abomination section of Bloodstone Canyon. This is at the end of the southwestern path leading away from Scarhide Camp. As you near the Abomination, look for a bloated Oxian corpse on the right and accept the quest, It Smells Worse on the Inside. This one is completed instantly and counts toward the achievement, 1 click away. Closer to the Abomination will be a hologram of Mondo Zax. Speak to him here to turn in Dreg Mutations once you have it. Before heading out, there is one last quest to complete in the general area of Scarhide Camp. Head north until you reach the entrance of Exolab 22. There will be a glowing green teleporter on the ground that you can use to get in. This quest is through a door which is initially locked. You can either scan the door's controls to enter as a scientist or interact with them and input a code that can be found somewhere in this room. If you'd like to find it for yourself, please pause the video or skip ahead now. If you're still here, the code for the door is 3735. before. Punch it in and run straight ahead once you're through to find an Eldan recycler control panel. Interact with it to complete the quest. Look what the Eldan dregged in. This one is also part of One Click Away. Run along the path northwest toward the Megatech gun emplacement. There are 3 exile cannons on platforms near the entrance, and you need to sabotage each one for the Tactical Demolitions quest. To do so, approach a cannon and interact with it, then spam F or your assigned interact button until the gauge is full. Once it disappears, step back and enjoy the explosions. After a cutscene, answer your datacron to complete both the quest and the Guns of Bloodstone story arc. Once Guns of Bloodstone is complete, you will receive another datacron call from Mondo's Axe. Accept the quest Moving Up to unlock the final story arc of Crimson Isle, Operation Annihilator. As you move deeper into the Megatech gun emplacement, look for a table-shaped terminal called the Megatech Tactical Interface. Here you can accept the task Data Grab. This will allow you to interact with 2 other terminals in the area and listen in on Exile Megatech communications. Avoid or fight through the battle bots and Megatech Houndmasters in the area to reach the terminals. Then turn in the intel to Mondo's Axe using your datacron to complete the quest. From here, the path will funnel through a narrow point in the canyon to enter Megatech Station. Mondo's Axe is to your left in a small base just inside the entrance, where you can turn in the quest Moving Up. Watch for random AoE circles as you head in. Exile cannons will be shooting at the base from inside the station. Kezrek Warbringer is waiting just past Mondo with 2 more quests for the Zone story. Speak to him to collect your orders for Enforced Radio Silence and Heavy Armor, then enter Megatech Station to confront the exiles directly. This area has plenty of sabotage and destruction. On entering the station, turn to your right and climb the ramp to take out the first of 2 tower controls needed for Enforced Radio Silence. Simply interact with it to shut the dish down. Look for a shorter ramp close to the first and a little further to the side. Speak to Captain Zakara at the top to complete the instant quest, Death Before Dishonor. This quest is the last piece to the One Click Away achievement in Crimson Isle. As you move deeper into the camp, take out Megatech troops for the Heavy Armor quest. The quest text only lists battlebots and troopers, but any Megatech enemy, such as the gunners, should still count. The credit for each mob in this quest appears to vary. On my run at level 6, it took around 9 kills to complete the objective. As you're fighting, also look for Megatech tanks in the area. These are properly tank-sized and sport the same glow as other interactable objects, so you should have no trouble finding a couple to sabotage. Interact with 2 of them to complete the task and to watch more explosions. This one can be turned into Kezrek using your datacron. Just up the paved ramp near most of the tanks, you may see a green circle surrounded by flares. This is a settler expansion called the Supply Drop Zone, and it will periodically drop quest-giving air supply crates for any player standing in the area. The Supply Drop quest is an instant turn-in that will reward you with a free item. Interestingly, I did not receive the same item shown in the quest accept. Instead, I received a mail from Phineas T. Rotostar exchanging the level 6 plain wool shirt light armor for 2 level 8 heavy armor pieces of higher quality. I'm unsure how far the automatic item exchange will scale, but the outcome does appear to be class-based. If the drop zone isn't active, it can be constructed by anyone with the settler path as long as they have enough resources. The second tower control for Enforced Radio Silence is up another wooden ramp in the same area. Climb up and sabotage it, then use your datacron to report to the Warbringer and claim a new weapon. Go ahead and equip this now to unlock an imbuement quest called Megatech Assault, which you can complete in the next step of the story missions. Once Enforced Radio Silence and Heavy Armor are both complete, you'll receive another call from Kezrek Warbringer offering the last quest in the Operation Annihilator episode, Last Resistance. Continue into the heart of Megatech Station, closer to the Annihilator. Your first goal is to destroy the Exile's Megatech Warbot. To do this, you will first need to begin a public event by interacting with the Warbot fuel item shown here. This will start a multi-wave battle against Megatech reinforcements, all of which will attack with melee assaults and line AoEs. While fighting, you will also need to avoid long strips of gunfire as well as circular AoEs from landing drop pods. Survive 3 waves and the Warbot will become active and join the fight. The gunfire will continue and he'll also cast circular attacks which leave flames on the ground, limiting the safe space you have to dodge. Defeat this war machine to unlock the next step of Last Resistance, complete the imbuement quest Megatech Assault, and receive the achievement That's 1 Megatech. You're almost done. With the Warbot out of the way, fire up the control panel on the platform near the Annihilator so that Mondo Zax, genius of questionable moral integrity, can take the Eldan Doomsday tech for himself and blow the whole place sky high. Wait, what? Don't worry. In spite of Mondo, you can wait to leave the zone until you're ready, and will still be able to return to Crimson Isle afterward. Once you're ready to go, board the transport ship west of the platform and interact with the ship controls there to head to Daradoon. You can turn in Last Resistance to Kezrek Warbringer via your datacron once you arrive, ending Operation Annihilator and the quest for Crimson Isle. If for any reason you need to return to the Isle, simply interact with the transportation console to your right from the point at which you appear in Daradoon. You'll reappear at the forward operating base toward the middle of the zone map. It's only the start of the game with plenty left to see. But for now, thanks for watching and see you next time!